You know, when you've lived long enough, you realize something. Life doesn't slow down just because your body tells you to. The dust still settles, the dishes still pile up, and the floors don't magically mop themselves. But what they don't tell you when you're young is that one day, even the simplest tasks, things you've done 1,000 times, start feeling like a mountain to climb. That's the truth of aging, of dealing with pain, of navigating a body that doesn't always cooperate. But here's the thing. Just because things are harder doesn't mean they're impossible. You just have to be smarter about how you do them. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Cleaning. But in a way that works for you, not against you. We're ditching the old way of struggling through chores, pushing through pain, and exhausting ourselves. Instead, I'll share simple, practical cleaning hacks that make life easier when mobility is limited, energy is low, and every movement has to be made with care. Because keeping a clean home isn't just about appearances. It's about comfort, peace of mind, and creating a space where you can actually breathe. Let's start with the golden rule. Work smarter, not harder. When you're younger, you don't think twice about bending down, reaching up high, or scrubbing with all your strength. But as you get older, you realize every unnecessary movement adds up, stealing away the little energy you have for the day. So the first trick? Keep everything within reach. If you have to bend, squat, or stretch too far just to grab a cleaning product, you're already making things harder than they need to be. Get yourself a small, lightweight cleaning caddy, one with a sturdy handle, so everything you need is in one place. No more walking back and forth, no more searching for supplies. Now, let's talk about dusting. You might not notice it day to day, but dust has a way of creeping in, settling on shelves, on furniture, even on things you rarely touch. And bending down or climbing up to reach those spots, that's a no-go. Instead, grab a long-handled microfiber duster. The kind with an extendable handle that lets you reach high places without straining your back. And here's a little trick. Rub a dryer sheet over surfaces after dusting. Not only does it help pick up the dust, but it also reduces static, meaning less dust will settle there in the first place. Now let's be honest, floors are one of the biggest challenges. Sweeping, mopping, vacuuming. It all takes effort. And if you're dealing with joint pain, balance issues, or limited mobility, it's more than just tiring. It can be downright risky. That's where a robotic vacuum can be a game changer. These little gadgets do the work for you, sweeping up dirt, dust, and pet hair while you sit back and rest. If a robot vacuum isn't in the budget, a lightweight stick vacuum can be a lifesaver. Forget those heavy, bulky vacuums that take all your strength to push. Opt for something cordless and easy to maneuver. But what about mopping? Traditional, mops are heavy, and lugging around a bucket of water is out of the question. The answer? A spray mop. These are lightweight, easy to use, and they don't require you to wring out dirty water. Just fill the refillable tank with a cleaning solution. Spray and glide it over the floor. And if even that feels like too much, here's a tip. Use a damp microfiber cloth under your foot to spot clean small messes without bending down. A simple shuffle across the floor can work wonders. Next, let's tackle the kitchen, the heart of the home, but also a place where cleaning can feel never-ending. One of the best hacks? Line your oven and microwave with non-stick oven liners. These catch drips and spills, and when they get dirty, just take them out and wipe them down. No scrubbing needed. And speaking of microwaves, if yours has built up grime, here's a trick. Fill a microwave-safe bowl with water and a splash of vinegar, then heat it for a few minutes. The steam will loosen up the gunk, making it easy to wipe clean. Dishes can also be a challenge, especially if you have arthritis or weak grip strength. Instead of scrubbing, let things soak. Fill the sink with warm, soapy water and let dishes sit for a while before washing. This way, food residue comes off with minimal effort. And if gripping a heavy dish scrubber hurts your hands, try a sponge with a built-in soap dispenser or one with a large, easy-to-hold handle. Bathrooms. Now that's another tough one. Bending over the tub, scrubbing tiles, dealing with water spots. It can feel like an uphill battle. But here's a little trick. Use a dishwashing wand filled with a mix of dish soap and vinegar to quickly scrub down shower walls after each use. It prevents buildup, meaning you don't have to deep clean as often. And for the toilet? Instead of bending over with a scrub brush, drop in a toilet cleaning tablet that does the work for you. Let's not forget laundry. Hauling around heavy baskets, reaching into deep washers. It's all extra strain. One simple fix. Use a rolling laundry hamper instead of a traditional basket. It takes the load off your arms and lets you transport clothes with ease. And if reaching into the bottom of a deep washing machine is a struggle, keep a grabber tool nearby. It helps pull out clothes without overextending yourself. There are so many little ways to make cleaning easier when mobility and energy are limited. The key is finding what works for you, not forcing yourself to struggle with old habits. Every small change adds up, making daily life just a bit smoother, a bit less exhausting. Now, we've only scratched the surface. There's plenty more to cover, including simple ways to keep your home clean without overexerting yourself, how to minimize clutter so cleaning takes less effort, and a few unexpected tricks that will save you time and energy. Cleaning isn't just about scrubbing and wiping. It's about making life more comfortable. And comfort isn't just about having a tidy home. It's about finding ways to keep things clean without exhausting yourself. Because let's be honest, when your body doesn't move like it used to, or when every step feels like lifting a mountain, the last thing you need is to be stuck doing things the hard way. One of the best ways to make cleaning easier is to focus on prevention, keeping messes from piling up in the first place. Take your furniture, for example. Dust, pet hair, and crumbs seem to settle in every little crevice, and trying to vacuum it all up can be a hassle. The solution? Slip covers. Not the fancy, fussy kind, but simple washable covers for chairs and couches. When they get dirty, just pull them off and toss them in the wash. No need for deep cleaning upholstery or struggling with heavy vacuum attachments. And speaking of vacuuming, let's talk about rugs. They may look nice, but thick rugs are dirt traps that require constant cleaning, not to mention they can be a tripping hazard. If vacuuming is becoming a chore, consider swapping out heavy, hard-to-clean rugs for lighter, low-pile ones, or even washable rugs. That way, instead of dragging out the vacuum every few days, you can just shake them out or toss them in the washing machine when needed. Another area where prevention makes all the difference: the kitchen. Cooking can get messy fast. Oil splatters, crumbs fall, and spills happen before you even realize it. Instead of scrubbing your stovetop every day, use a simple trick: foil or reusable stove protectors. These sit under your burners and catch all the mess so you don't have to scrub later. Just lift them up and rinse them off. And while we're in the kitchen, let's talk about washing dishes. If standing at the sink for too long hurts your back or legs, a simple stool can make all the difference. Sitting while doing dishes might seem like a small thing, but it can take the pressure off your joints and make the task much more manageable. And for those days when even that feels like too much, paper plates. There's no shame in making life easier for yourself. Now let's move to another room that tends to be a cleaning nightmare. The bathroom. Water stains, soap scum, and mildew build up faster than you think, and cleaning it all can feel overwhelming. The trick is to clean a little bit at a time instead of letting things get out of control. Keep a daily shower spray handy. A quick spritz after each use prevents hard-to-clean buildup. And if scrubbing the shower is a challenge, try this. Use a long-handled mop instead of bending down or reaching too high. A lightweight sponge mop with a bit of dish soap and vinegar can clean tiles without putting strain on your back. Another problem? Toilet cleaning. Scrubbing the bowl can be difficult if you have arthritis or limited strength. Instead of forcing yourself to scrub, use automatic toilet bowl tablets. These dissolve over time and keep the bowl cleaner with minimal effort. And if you struggle with gripping the toilet brush, look for a disposable wand with preloaded cleaning pads. No need to touch or squeeze anything. Now let's talk about dusting. One of those chores that seems never-ending. Instead of letting dust pile up and then struggling to remove it, the trick is to make surfaces repel dust in the first place. A simple hack? Furniture polish or anti-static spray. Applying a light coat of polish on wooden furniture or an anti-static spray on electronics reduces dust buildup, meaning you won't have to clean as often. And for those hard-to-reach places, like ceiling fans, shelves, or baseboards, a long-handled duster is a must. No more climbing on chairs or bending down. There are even dusters with bendable heads, so you can clean behind furniture or tricky spots without having to move things around. Let's not forget about windows and mirrors. Streaky glass can make a home look messier than it actually is, but constantly spraying and wiping can be a hassle. Instead of struggling with paper towels or heavy bottles of cleaner, try microfiber, glass cloths. These only need a little bit of water to clean mirrors and windows. No streaks, no harsh chemicals, and no unnecessary scrubbing. Now, let's talk about small, everyday messes. Instead of dragging out a dustpan and broom every time crumbs hit the floor, a small handheld vacuum can be a game changer. They're lightweight, easy to use, and perfect for quick cleanups, especially if you have pets or a messy kitchen. And speaking of pets, if you have a furry friend at home, you know how quickly pet hair gets everywhere. Instead of constantly vacuuming, try rubber gloves. Yes, the kind you use for washing dishes. Rubbing them over furniture and carpets helps lift pet hair effortlessly, and it's much easier than struggling with a heavy vacuum. Lastly, let's talk about one of the most overlooked but important cleaning habits: decluttering. The more stuff you have, the more you have to clean. So, one of the simplest ways to reduce your cleaning workload is to own fewer things. If something isn't useful or meaningful, consider letting it go. Less clutter means less dust, less stress, and fewer things to wipe, wash, and organize. Cleaning doesn't have to be a struggle. With a few smart changes, you can make your home easier to manage, without putting unnecessary strain on your body. In the next section, we'll go even further into time-saving cleaning shortcuts, clever storage solutions, and how to create a home environment that practically cleans itself. There's an old saying, work smarter, not harder. And when it comes to cleaning, that couldn't be more true, especially when you're dealing with pain, mobility issues, or simply don't have the energy to spend hours tidying up. The key isn't to push yourself harder, but to make small, smart adjustments that keep your home clean with minimal effort. Because at the end of the day, a clean home should bring peace, not exhaustion. One of the best ways to reduce the time and effort spent cleaning is routine maintenance. Little things you do every day that prevent big messes from piling up. The more you can stop dirt and clutter before they get out of control, the less cleaning you'll have to do later. Let's start with entryways. The moment you step into your home, dirt, dust, and outside grime come in with you. And if you have to constantly sweep or mop the floors, that's extra work you don't need. The easiest fix? A good doormat, both outside and inside the door. A rough textured outdoor mat catches dirt before it comes in, while a softer, absorbent mat inside stops dust and moisture from spreading. And if bending down to remove shoes is difficult, a long-handled shoe horn can make slipping them off much easier. Another major headache? Clutter. It builds up faster than you realize, and the more cluttered your home is, the harder it is to keep clean. The best way to manage clutter is to assign everything a place, especially the things you use often. If items don't have a proper home, they tend to pile up on tables, counters, and floors. One simple trick: use baskets or trays in high clutter areas. By the entryway for keys, near the couch for remote controls, or on the bathroom counter for toiletries. This way, everything stays neat without you having to constantly rearrange things. Speaking of clutter, let's talk about paperwork. Mail, bills, newspapers, and receipts tend to stack up quickly, turning into an overwhelming mess. Instead of letting paper pile up, try a simple file organizer near where you sort the mail. Have 3 sections: to pay, to read, and to toss. That way you're never scrambling to find an important document or buried under unnecessary papers. Now let's move to laundry, a chore that can feel never-ending. Carrying heavy laundry baskets, bending to load the washer, and standing to fold clothes can be exhausting. One simple solution: do smaller loads more often. Instead of waiting until you have a huge pile of laundry, washing just a few things at a time makes it easier to manage. And if reaching into deep washers or dryers is a struggle, a reacher-grabber tool can help pull clothes out without straining your back. Another time saver? Use mesh laundry bags for socks, undergarments, or delicate fabrics. Not only do they keep small items together, but they also make folding easier. Just take the bag out and put everything away without having to sort through a pile. Next, let's talk about bedroom cleaning, specifically making the bed. If arthritis, back pain, or limited mobility make it hard to lift heavy blankets or tuck in sheets, there are a few tricks to make things easier. First, switch to lightweight bedding. Ditch heavy comforters in favor of lighter blankets that are easier to adjust. And instead of struggling to tuck in fitted sheets, try sheet suspenders. They keep sheets in place so you don't have to constantly fix them. Another simple trick? Make your bed while you're still in it. Before getting up, pull up the blankets and smooth them out. It's much easier than trying to adjust everything from a standing position. Now, let's talk about kitchen storage. Because if you're most used, items are hard to reach. Cleaning up after meals becomes a hassle. The trick is to keep essentials within arm's reach. Not too high, not too low. If bending down to reach cabinets is difficult, pull-out cabinet organizers can help bring things to you instead of you having to reach. And if lifting heavy dishware is a struggle, consider stackable shelves inside cabinets so you don't have to lift plates and bowls off one another. One of the biggest kitchen struggles? Spills. No one wants to be scrubbing sticky messes off the stove or counters. Instead of dealing with stubborn stains later, clean as you go. Keep disposable disinfecting, wipes or a spray bottle with diluted vinegar within easy reach, so small messes don't turn into big ones. And for stovetop spills, remember that baking soda and water make an easy, no-scrub cleaner. Just sprinkle, let it sit, and wipe away. Now, let's move on to bathroom storage, If bending down to get cleaning supplies is difficult, the best trick is vertical storage. Over the toilet shelves, hanging organizers, or small rolling carts keep everything at an easy-to-reach height, so you don't have to strain yourself. And if you have trouble gripping small bottles, pump dispensers for soap, shampoo, and cleaners make things much easier. Another big bathroom cleaning struggle? Hair in the drain. Instead of having to dig it out later, a simple mesh drain cover catches hair before it clogs pipes, saving you from future headaches. Let's not forget about pet messes. If you have a furry companion, you know how quickly pet hair and dander spread throughout the house. Instead of spending hours cleaning up after them, a washable pet blanket on their favorite spots can help contain fur. When it gets dirty, just toss it in the wash instead of deep cleaning the furniture. Finally, let's talk about energy conservation. When cleaning feels overwhelming, the key is to spread tasks out instead of doing everything at once. Try the one task a day method. Wipe counters one day, vacuum another, dust a third day. This way, you're never overexerting yourself. Another smart trick? Set a timer for 5 to 10 minutes. Instead of thinking about cleaning as a big chore, tell yourself, I'll just clean for 5 minutes. You'd be surprised how much you can get done in short bursts, and it keeps things from piling up. Making cleaning easier isn't about working harder. It's about working smarter. A few small changes can make a world of difference, helping you keep your home tidy without pushing your body past its limits. At this point, we've covered a lot. Cleaning smarter, cutting down on unnecessary effort, and making your home work for you instead of against you. But before we wrap things up, let's go over a few final tricks to make cleaning even easier. If you ever feel like deep cleaning tasks are overwhelming, the answer isn't to push through exhaustion. It's to find tools that do the work for you. A cordless electric scrubber can save you from painful scrubbing in the bathroom and kitchen, letting you clean with just the push of a button. And if vacuuming still feels like too much, robot vacuums with mopping features can keep your floors clean with almost no effort on your part. For freshening up your home without heavy sprays or constant cleaning, try dryer sheets or essential oil diffusers. Place them in drawers, under cushions, or near vents for a subtle, long-lasting freshness. And if air quality is a concern, a small air purifier can help reduce dust, allergens, and pet dander, meaning less buildup and less cleaning in the long run. At the end of the day, the most important lesson in all of this: be kind to yourself. Some days, you'll have the energy to do a little more. Other days, just getting through the basics is enough. And that's okay. A clean home should make life easier, not harder. So take your time. Find what works best for you. And remember, cleaning isn't about perfection. It's about creating a space that feels comfortable, manageable, and truly yours.